but on our time frame, we didn't have much of a choice. We got the trailer hitch installed on the E450. I have the off-road camper trailer in tow. We're heading up into the mountains of the Oregon Coast Range. Looks like they've been doing some logging prep or some logging up here, and running their tracked vehicles up and down the road is washboard city, so the camera probably won't pick it up through the wet windshield, but we are shaking and vibrating everywhere. We're doing about 15-20 miles an hour. It's still getting shook pretty good. Although it looks like the off-road camper isn't doing as poorly on this grooved washboard road as the truck is, but still, we are slowly making it up the mountain here. I don't know how much of this you can hear. We have to compete with the truck vibrating, rattling. There it goes again. And then the whole box is rattling, and everything in the box is moving around, rattling. So it's a bit noisy, but we are definitely getting up here. I will say that the rear suspension on the truck isn't quite as stiff with the off-road camper trailer hitched up. I didn't think it would make much of a difference because the tug weight is so light on that thing, but I can tell a difference. It's a little smoother. Service road or fire road or timber road that doesn't have Caterpillar tracks down the middle of it. Yeah, the big bulldozers they use for the logging operations just tear the heck out of the road. So here's one right here. Pick up one of the replacement EcoFlow extra batteries. They still owe us one more battery, but we got one of the replacements, and so we managed to get about 60-70% charge between the EcoFlow Max and the extra battery. So we've got some power now. Charged up the battery on the off-road trailer fully. So we should be able to charge devices and run lights and maybe get a hot shower. I haven't tried my new shower system yet. I just picked up the Julka hot tap as well for the little trailer, so if there's enough water in the tanks of the little trailer, I'm not sure how much is in it, then I might get a hot shower. I have enough fresh water that I can do a cold shower with my new rinse kit if there's not water in the trailer, but one way or the other. Best photography, but the GoPro and the 360 cam are both dead batteries, and got a really wet, foggy windshield, so hopefully we'll get some usable footage out of this. Trying to straddle the heavy equipment tracks, stay in the center gravel and the gravel on the edge of the road so it's not so bumpy. Now we get up here, we should get past the logging operations. Road to the right up here, which is where they're down logging on. So hopefully the road conditions will improve. Here's one of the four-wheel drive, or I think it's a 60-inch OHV trail right there. Alright, this is where the logging is to the right here, so hopefully if we go straight through, yeah, there's the bulldozer right off to the right there. Loader on a backhoe out. It doesn't look like they're currently doing anything. So that's a good thing. It means the road should be a little clearer. Maybe a place up here where I can pull off. There was, last week there was some really heavy operations up here and they were doing cleanup for an area. So I don't want to get into that. And of course, the truck doesn't turn around very sharp, and I got the trailer behind me, so we need a small football field to turn around. And then the one disadvantage to this off-road trailer with its independent rear suspension is that when you back up, if it loads one wheel or to the other, that's the direction the trailer is going to turn, and no matter what you do with the steering wheel, that trailer is going to continue on its path to the loaded wheel. It's got a mind of its own. It's very frustrating sometimes trying to get it backed up. think I have the thing figured out, and then there'll be a situation where I gotta back it up and like completely can't get to do what I want to do. So, I've actually considered putting a winch on the back of that trailer so that I can drag it around with the winch if I need to. I actually had a little bit of difficulty just backing up to connect to the trailer at the RV park, because the site was so narrow I couldn't get the truck tilted in to hitch up to the trailer. So I had to kind of, luckily I put the tongue jack of the trailer on a piece of wood on the gravel, and I just had to manhandle it and drag it over sideways so I could get hitched up. Alrighty, here, let's see, where do we want to go? Let's go this way. Slow speeds and off-road, the truck doesn't seem to mind towing the trailer very much. I don't know what it weighs right now. I don't have all my gear in it, but it's still light from when we went to Idaho with the Jeep, and we didn't want to put any more load on the Jeep than we had to, so took a lot of stuff out, but it's probably still somewhere around 2,500, 3,000 pounds. Struggled a little bit coming up a couple of the hills on the Coast Range along the highway. I had to actually take the tuning chip and put it in a second position, try and get some power out of the truck. And then for the first time since we got the truck running somewhat normal, the service engine light came on for that chip, which means the engine isn't happy about something with that tune under load. But that's a problem for another day. We made it up the hills. We just had to turn the overdrive off and just crawl up the hills. Haven't been up this road in at least a year, so I'm not sure how many of the chutes. There's one there, but I don't want to try and get the trailer into that. That's off camber and uphill. Not sure how many of the little side roads. Oh, there's a deer right there. Are still open. Sometimes the Forest Service or the logging crews will come in and install gates just out of the blue. It's like 1 week they're not there, the next week they are. And so we'll have to see what kind of a camp spot we can find here. That's one thing about towing the trailer with the Jeep. And that is that the Jeep is far more maneuverable. I have to put it in four-wheel drive for this. It's a little loose. Bumpity bump up. Definitely had one of the backhoes up this road. Or a loader or some other track vehicle. Bunch of guys that are heavy equipment operators and technicians at our campground where we were at, and I was asking them, you know, where are they logging, where are they not logging, and they're not supposed to be any operations up here right now, unless maybe they just stored their equipment up here. Trailer to turn. By the trailer getting one wheel loaded. We're uphill off camber and there's ruts in the road and the trailer don't like it. And I don't want to block this road trying to get this trailer turned around and have a big truck come down with a full load of logs or full load of equipment. Up here to the next junction. See if we can't turn around here. Not what I know I can't do. That's way off camber. I haven't been up here in a while, but if memory serves me, there's a gravel pit up here. I can get turned around up there. is I used to drive a Freightliner long nose king with a large sleeper and 40-foot trailer, and I could turn that thing around in less space than I can turn this truck without the trailer. Oh, here we go. I should be able to get it turned around in here. Multi-point turn, it looks like. Trailer's off camera. Just got to go straight back now. Was a little nerve-wracking. We had to put the trailer in the ditch, and it was tilted way over. Thank goodness for independent suspension. That's another obstacle that you have to be aware of, is the crown on the road when you're backing up. And if there's a soft shoulder or a ditch on the shoulder, the trailer will follow the crown on the road, and then you don't want to get stuck in a ditch. I should do is figure out a way to get connect the backup camera to my phone or my tablet so I can record what the trailer's doing with my camera in the back of the box, so you guys can see. But at least I do know that it is possible to get that trailer turned around in a wide section of road. I probably could have turned it around here, but I was worried that this shoulder here was, where that dark spot is, that's known to be soft right there. And I was a little worried it might be too soft. The option right there where that coarse gravel is. There's a couple of nice camp spots right there. Has a pretty decent view during the fall. But there's too many trees with needles and leaves and all that kind of stuff, and nothing's been thinned out yet by the wind to get a good view right now. I will catch back up with you guys once I get to a campsite.